Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 23 of Requiem. Woo! Clap! Great episode! Yay!
Woo-hoo! Woo!
All right, so that was really good, dude. Thanks. So, for the before we start, I just want to say something that's really cool. Episode 1 has hit 4,000 whole entire views, which is fantastic.
Cool.
Thank you so much for everybody who decided to click on and give it a chance. We appreciate it. And for all those that stayed, you're great. Those that didn't, you wouldn't be listening to this, so it doesn't matter what I say. So I'm just not going to say anything.
Almost the whole stadium of Requiem enjoyers.
Yeah, almost
Easy.
the whole stadium.
True.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. So, besides that, you already know, everybody watching live, you can watch this on YouTube. Everybody watching on YouTube, you can watch this live. And if you would like to just hear it, just listen to people's voices, you can do so on Spotify. The links are all available in the description on YouTube. For those watching on Twitch right now, the Spotify link is unseen unless you click something that I don't remember. I don't know if it's !D&D or something and it'll show up. I can't remember. But it'll be somewhere in there. But nonetheless, there are a lot of things to do and to handle today. And as such, what do you say? We just jump, as YouTubers say, right into this episode of Requiem.
Let's get right into it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, do that too. Yeah,
Guys, I don't usually do this, but if you could like or subscribe this video.
Hey, I don't usually ask for anything, but if you could just, subscribe to me and watch all my videos for the entire duration, I would really appreciate that.
Every single one.
All right, let's get right into it. And we're back. They were talking about selling their bodies, by the way. I just decided to
We
read
think
it.
Hey.
Haj'Draal would be a beautiful stripper.
This is what the deposit for that staff is making them do. Anyway, let's get into the atmosphere. Just a little recap of what happened last time, which was 2 weeks ago. On the last episode, after talking to the Embrace, a secret organization beneath Port Nemelli and apparently acting in the whole entire world, told them that there was something strange going on with town. After doing some research and after asking the right questions to the Embrace, or to their leader who called herself the Mother, our heroes decided to investigate the temple, the Zenith Bloom, temple to the All-Mother here in Port Nemelli, where they are. They traveled through the whole city. Emily had a little episode where reality kind of fused with her mind there for a little bit, with her mind's own images of her fears. But then they reached the temple. It seemed to be a regular day of worship, until their thoughts were invaded, touched by something alien to them, but also incredibly familiar. Something tugging at emotions and thoughts that they've had inside them for a long time, that were planted there ever since their birth, and that they're now being brought to surface by whatever that thing was. And then after that episode, after finding their heart, Velox Mors were confronted by a little old lady, which was supposed to be the priestess there in the temple. But Violet's instincts told her to activate her divine sense, which immediately gave off an intense evil aura on the old lady, who turned out to be a humanoid creature with tentacles coming out of his head, extending far out, that was growing something akin to sort of a giant skull with stretched pale skin. It was growing that thing down beneath the temple, or at least that's where they think they are. Somewhere beneath. A cavern somewhere. During that fight, they were faced with their fears. With the people that they had lost and the people that they don't want to lose. And also with the incredible power and reality manipulating magic of the Weaver. The name of this creature was implanted in their heads, a thread. One of the Weaver's threads. But nonetheless, they fought it. They freed some people that were caught and imprisoned by it. And that's where we had left off, after they killed this creature. And so, this battle is done. You've won. You've won this battle, Velox Mors.
But not the war.
But at what cost?
Victory wasn't exactly assured at first, not with the things that were crossing your mind. You overcame a facet of your fears, and in that you've regained hope. Not hope for this world, maybe. Hope for yourselves. Hope that you really are meant to do this. Hope that despite the gravest failures of your life, you can still walk on. But hope is fickle if it isn't nurtured. It's dangerous if it isn't understood. So how will you nurture this hope now? How will you protect it from the pattern that has been weaved into your very being ever since you were born? That's what's truly nightmarish and horrifying about it all. During this battle, you, Velox Mors, felt it. You felt that it didn't take much for that creature to get into your mind and to make you wobble, because everything was already there. A brutal shock. A clear-cut difference between what you left behind in Sogok. You've dealt with this threat, swiftly even, but you've also realized the sheer scale of it. One creature. One. And the city was close to being plunged into madness. Just one. You can't do this alone. Just you four might not be enough, even. But you had one ally, at least before you left Vulcan. And that's when it hits you, here, in the dark, as you're breathing loud and hard after this fight. This was supposed to be a rescue mission. This was supposed to be your redemption for delivering that one man into the clutches of whoever these enemies, these people are. Well, redemption for some, a new adventure for others. But suddenly you've uprooted cults, you fought a scale whale, and now you've rescued another city. You were told that you had to make it to Oaza without any magical means such as teleportation. You were told it was important that you did so because magic would make you more easily traceable. And you've assumed it was true. It makes some sense. But still, you've caught the eye of whoever or whatever this Weaver thing is. You don't sense you have its full attention, definitely, but that sense of dread has been growing within you. So maybe your ally's plan didn't work. Or was that even her plan in the first place? So, the fight is done, and the floor is yours. What would you like to do?
The first thing Violet wants to do is to go to the body.
Mm-hmm.
Close her eyes, touch it, try to connect with our goddess, and try to understand how are these things formed, what is this, and if there are more, or if there can be more.
All right. I'm gonna ask you to make a. So it's your goddess. You're a paladin. So I'm gonna ask you to make a charisma check. You can add your proficiency bonus to it, and if anybody else wants to assist with anything, you can.
Charisma.
I can try to help.
All right. You want to help her try to connect with her goddess? I'd say you can do it. You can do it with advantage.
Okay.
And then we'll go back to both Haj and Emily to see what how you're feeling after this fight. All right.
So charisma check. I have a +3 on charisma, so it's +3 plus the proficiency. Okay.
Yeah.
You
have advantage on it.
19. 23.
23.
Good roll.
You touch this creature with your right hand, and the first thing you sense is, although it is dead, you seem to get the same. It's fine. You seem to get the same feeling from it as if it were alive in front of you. The same tightness in your chest just by looking at it is there, regardless if it's living or dying, and you sense that the dimension in which it influences you is not one physical. And you place your hand and your vision moves far away from it. You are lifted a little bit above the earth and into a root, and you follow that root as if you were traveling beneath the ground on top of the root of a tree, and you keep on following it until you break free from the earth and you look down. Yes, you see a point where you were that is waning now, weaker. And then you feel hands kind of reach for your face and guide it, looking along the way, looking at this vastness of terrain that is... It is almost nondescript, in the sense that you can't make any detail of the earth or of the mass that is in front of you. And you see that little point of light that you see waning, of pale blue light, connects to another, and to another, and to another, all across this nondescript mass, creating this weave of threads. This creature is not the only one. But this thread is the only one that is not hanging above. It is one piece of the weave that is touching the ground. The others seem to be moving ever so slowly down. But there is some resistance to it, as the weave tries to cover this mass of land. And as you regain your vision, you've gained the understanding that if those things make it into the world, there is no saving the world. It is over.
Could I feel that the resistance was the gods or someone trying to push it back?
It was not the gods, but there is something trying to push it back. A barrier of sorts, but it is not the gods.
Okay.
All right. So, with that being done, Emily, you went down against this creature, and you felt that intense pressure on that one memory. You were brought up, but for a moment you felt you had felt yourself in those moments of losing consciousness. You had felt yourself farther away from who you are in reality, whatever that means. So I'm interested in knowing, as now the fight is over and you have defeated this thing, what is going on in Emily's head?
I think she has at least some kind of comfort on not losing at least her precious memory because she wrote it down. And so if at least they managed to take it from her, she has it written down, whether it's for her own future self to remember or one of her friends to check. So there's at least a little bit of hope. She's not completely lost, but she does feel very unsettled because she keeps getting worse and then gets a little bit better, but then she gets worse again. So she starts to think that maybe it was a mistake to come here to join Velox Mors. Maybe it's just too much for her.
And do you feel, I would like to ask, do you feel like Emily is grounded by that thing that she wrote? That it is something that both your writing, be it in songs or be it in her music, but also of that specific memory, do you feel like it grounds her in reality?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's
Very
like
well.
it's a memory from her mom, her like place where she grew up. The whole like storytelling is something that she really loves, and perhaps it's where it started. So yes, it helps her.
Very well. And as Emily is thinking that and looking out to her friends, Haj'Draal. How is Haj'Draal feeling? You had asked before, even to your god, if this was what you were supposed to be doing, and the answer was loosely a yes. But now having faced this, and kind of being dragged into this whole thing, how does Haj'Draal feel about all this? And after this fight, how does he feel?
Haj'Draal feels that after all of his adventures and all his trials and tribulations, he still knows that whenever he feels it in his bones and in his soul that he's supposed to be going somewhere or do something, that's the path that he'll set upon, which is part of the reason why he's been loyal to Dalgar for so long, because he recognizes that there's a higher force out there that's trying to steer him this way, and that's the path that he will evidently follow, even if he acknowledges that he's being dragged into some kind of mess of eldritch proportions and everything. It's like he's heard a lot on the sea. If it would be easy, there would be someone else in his place.
Very well. And do you feel like that that your fate also helps you, or helped Haj'Draal develop a sense of duty? Do you think Haj'Draal feels a sense of duty in, well, helping Velox Mors first and helping the world through them as well?
Definitely. Haj is he's proven many times before. He's first a man. No, nice one, Missy.
Sorry.
Dynamic angle.
Sorry.
He's a man of the people, and he can help but try to help his closest folk. He's always on the lookout, even if he's a complete stranger. If someone is in need, he'll always try to be an assistance. Which, speaking of, by the way, when Haj'Draal finishes when everyone finishes when we finish our fight, Haj'Draal will turn his sights immediately to those pods where
to the people that came out, right?
Exactly, to the people that came out and the people that didn't come out, as he's also on the lookout for that to see what happened.
Very well. We'll return to that in a moment then. Now I would like to move to Violet and Vesper. You can answer this in whichever order you want to. But my question to you is, as you look upon Emily, who has, since she's been with you, been at the verge of death quite a few times, without it being even her fault, at the verge of death a few times, with seeing Haj'Draal's concern for both of you and for Emily as well, and knowing that both of you feel protective towards your, well, I would say particularly towards Emily because she's the youngest and you both have those instincts apparently, but how do you feel knowing that it was you that dragged both of them into this? And I want you to consider this. Even though in the bottom of your hearts you know that it was their choice, you did not force them into doing this, that right now the feeling in your chest is that it was your fault, that you have put them here. So I want to know how you feel looking at their wounded bodies right now.
Guilty.
That's Jordan.
Yeah. I think Vesper, she, especially with like Haj'Draal, she still cares about him, sees him as a very noble, strong person, but she hasn't seen him break. She's seen Emily break. So I think there's more of that, like, we brought her here. It's our fault. We didn't protect her well enough.
What about you, Violet?
I think it's kind of the same. She is being very protective of Emily and Vesper, and Haj'Draal, of course, but she believes that Haj'Draal can take care of himself. Because he's a man. No, I'm joking.
Shaking my head.
He's very stoic and like he doesn't crumble.
Exactly.
I am no puny flesh man. I am a big dragon.
This is what you get, Emily, for having a low strength character. This is what happens.
Pure stalwart.
But I think that Violet is just feeling like this because Emily is younger. Not really because not because she wanted to join or anything, but she's so young and already went through so much. And Violet is kind of seeing herself in Emily, because when she was Emily's age, she had to go through a lot, and it kind of broke Violet as well. So I think what Violet is going to try to do is try to see if Emily doesn't end up so fucked up like Violet.
Yeah, and you're dealing with world level or world scale problems here. It is even scarier than any trauma that you might have had, and somehow in the middle of this, it is all that trauma that keeps coming back. When you're faced with the worst that this world has to offer, it often will bring out your worst as well. So, Haj'Draal, you move to the people that were hurt. First, you go check the pods that were not broken to see if there's someone there. And there is. You see, where once there were people, a sucked out husk and the cranium is all compressed as if someone had slid in a tube in your head and sucked out all of the content, and the bone broke in.
Disgusting.
Someone forgot to flush the toilet after taking a shite. Disgusting. Anyway, you move on to the remaining bodies, the ones that Violet and the rest of you managed to liberate, to free here. You see a woman, a water genasi woman. You see, I think I had mentioned there was a child, and you see a man as well. They are unconscious, and kind of like all huddled up. It was almost like an instinct that when Violet liberated them, their bodies like curled up, but they're naked, covered in this weird slimy blue liquid, and are the three of them on the ground where you've left them.
Alive?
On the
Okay.
Indeed.
on the empty pods, Haj'Draal will do a short, quick prayer for the fallen ones. And as he moves to the survivors, as he inspects that they're unconscious, he'll try to carry as many of them as he can on his back shoulders.
I would say that you can carry either the man or the woman and the child, and then someone else might have to carry the other ones. But you can definitely help carry them out of there if you'd like.
Yes, I'll carry two of them, and I'll say, someone give me a hand here. We need to get these people out.
Vesper will go and
Carry the other one.
try to help carry the other one.
Very well.
I'll take out the other Emily's dress that when she switched dresses and I'll try to cover the people that are naked.
I'm gonna say you probably have like some spare clothes and cloaks that you can put over them to at least make them warm as well.
Yeah,
as their bodies do feel cold to the touch when you grab them, Haj'Draal and Vesper.
The body of the thread, does it have anything of value?
I would love to give you a check for this, but the fact is that it is not of this place. It is not of this world. You would have no idea if there's anything of value or not. You would have to guess.
Take the head.
Can I remove the head?
Can I see if it has balls?
Are you?
It's better just to leave it if we don't know
But
anything about it.
can I sense, like, if it has any kind of amulet or any kind of stone?
No. It doesn't look to have anything solid on it. Anything that is not flesh and bone. Although you've noticed that ever since, I don't know if you guys remember towards the end of the fight, that it looked weakened after you destroyed the pods and stuff. It is considerably smaller and weaker than it looked when you guys first began fighting it.
Should we take proof to the mother that we've killed it?
Sure. What can we remove from it?
The
One of the
head.
tentacles?
Tentacles.
You can certainly remove one of the tentacles. Yeah.
I don't know if we need to prove that we did it, or
We just do
tell.
Witcher style. We just put the head on the horse and we go.
I
Stop
mean,
parading.
we saved people, so that is proof, I guess. Those people are proof.
And when he cast the spells he casted,
Mhm.
were it from his hands?
No, he did not move when he casts
Okay.
abilities or spells. Or he didn't
Okay.
move.
Then I'll just remove like 3 tentacles, and
Right.
or like if I can remove the head, right? Is it big?
No. Now, initially it would have been big. It would have been kind of like the size of from your head to like your chest or something. Now it is a humanoid size head. It's considerably smaller and paler.
Okay, I'll remove the head
Remove the
and
head.
put it on the bag of holding.
You rip it up. I'm gonna say it
Precious.
because it's probably more of a violent way is to rip the head than cutting it.
Yeah.
So you rip the head
With
off
one heel on the shoulder.
and you put it on the
She's so
bag.
hot
of
when she does that.
When she's savage and wild.
And as you remove the head, you notice that it doesn't bleed.
That's almost grosser than if it did.
There's just no liquid.
Ugh.
Okay. So it's not a squid. Doesn't have black liquid inside.
Are
It's not a
we
squid.
like? We were at the temple, but this is not the temple. We're like,
Oh wait, what the pots?
like where are we?
Excuse me. Wait, we have 2 questions now. So what Violet? Your question is related to what?
Yeah. The pods were connected to anything?
Yeah, they were connected to that thing that looked like a giant skull with stretched skin on it that I mentioned.
Right. Is it on?
No, it cracked and crumbled when
Okay.
when the creature. Yeah. So, are you done with your questions, Violet?
I think. I have so many questions.
Investigation check.
No, I was saying if
Tell
you
me
want to go
everything.
look at it closer, you can. It's just
Yes,
because.
yes. Just to
Oh.
understand what was it? Was it giving powers to the guy? Can I receive those powers?
Do you want them?
Maybe.
Look at him. Look at your face. Please don't.
Going
Stop! Don't touch it! Let's just go.
Bad
really
juju, bad
traumatize the
juju.
poor girl.
I don't want to touch it. Just want to understand what is it.
All right, could you roll a? Okay, so to understand it, damn, that is difficult. I'm gonna say, I'll give you different answers. If you roll either perception, nature, or arcana.
I'm gonna go with perception.
Can I help?
You can sure help. Do you want to roll individually or give her advantage?
Advantage.
All right.
11.
Gosh.
Okay. So you don't quite understand if this thing was if it was connected to the creature. During the fight, it seemed like it affected the creature in some way. Although you're not sure exactly how. But as it is cracked and the skin has been ripped open by shards of bone. You see brain inside. And you notice that the skull was, it kind of had two protrusions coming out of it, almost like horns, but it was just like the very tips of them. And it seemed like it was almost at the point of rupturing through the skin, as if the skin was stretching around it for it to grow.
Ew.
This is what you see. You may interpret within 11, I'm sorry, you may interpret from it whatever you want.
Are the horns like horn material?
They seem to be bone that is like trying to pierce the skin, and the skin is just like stretched, like, you know, when you have like a piece of cloth and you like put your finger through it. This is weird. And you put your finger and it's stretched. It's kind of like that, but it's kind of like that, but with skin.
Okay. Okay.
That was unfortunate. And usually I would have meant it, but this time I really didn't. All right, now back to you, Vesper. You were asking where you were. Unless anybody else has questions about this, the skull, or anything else they want to ask, or are we clear?
I think Emily right now is just like holding her head, be like, not my brain. Mine is tiny. No.
Mine is tiny. Well, it grew a little bit in the trip.
A little bit.
What about you, Haj'Draal? Anything you want to check about the skull, or are we done? You just want to carry the bodies out of here?
I can take a quick glance at it, I guess. See if
what would you like to look for in it specifically?
See, I mean, honestly, there's not much Haj'Draal wants to see. He's more like wondering what the fuck that is. Like, that clearly seems like it's something that was that was brewing in there, so to say. And he's trying to puzzle together in his mind, but I don't think he's seen anything like this before to even try to comprehend.
That is it. I would love to give you a check to truly just understand the nature, but it is impossible.
Yes.
For you guys right
understand
now. So Vesper, I would like you to roll a perception check for me, if you could.
24.
For this, all right.
Damn.
So, okay. So a couple of things, Vesper. Number one is you glance around and it looks like this chamber, the floor has kind of remains and blocks and parts of what could have been the temple you saw above. So it seems like it was at least built, or that you are at least near or inside the temple or beneath it. You notice obviously that there are crushed statues and of the All Mother, and you also notice that they seem older than the ones above. So they probably were either moved here, or this is an older part of the temple. And then you remember that the Azure State had financed this temple into building something new here. Whether this chamber was the new thing that they built, or everything else above was the new things that they had built, that, you know, is something that you would not know. But if the Azure State had interests here, and they clearly have succeeded in implanting something here with a thread here, then it must mean they were somehow involved, and, you know, this seems to be at least part of the temple. And on the 26th, you also notice on the opposite side of where the flesh remains of wherever this thing that you destroyed was, on the opposite side to it, you see a staircase that leads up.
Is that the only, like, exit that is noticeable, I should say?
Yeah, it is the only exit that you notice here. And you're pretty sure that your eyes are seeing everything here.
Is there anything else that, like, looks out of place, or like maybe that it doesn't belong, or anything of that nature?
The giant skull that was cracked, the blue liquid where it sits, the remains of the pods and flesh, it reminds you, it's almost as if you were inside. I mean, you've seen brains, you ripped open the scale whale's brains, it's like if you were inside it. That's what you would see. So definitely feels out of place in a temple, at least.
The blue liquid, does it feel like it's coming out of the skull, or was it there?
When the skull cracked, it didn't spew any liquid, so it's definitely not coming out of the skull. It must have been placed there.
Can we sense what it is?
Yeah.
Like a source or anything?
Can I sniff it? I don't want to taste it, but like sniff at a distance, because if it's too strong, I don't want to get high. Emily's against that stuff.
Of course. Yeah, right now it's probably the one thing she doesn't need. It would make everything worse. Imagine the hallucinations, dude.
No.
She already hallucinates when she's walking on the street. All right, so I will say, since Violet and Emily asked about the liquid, both of you can roll perception independently, or you can give each other advantage however you want.
I'll give her advantage.
All right. 17.
Give it a sniff at a pretty fair distance. It smells of nothing. It doesn't smell of the iron of blood, so blood wasn't used to make this and then changed into blue. It has no smell, like water. But, well, the color is strange. The way it moves is strange, because the liquid has this sort of... there are waves in the liquid, kind of like pulsing waves that used to come from the skull, you thought, but that are still kind of just occasionally vibrating in the water and causing ripples in the liquid. And it moves.
The texture. Yeah? Sorry.
Ask. The texture.
The texture is watery or plasmy?
Watery.
I want to get my water skin and just collect
a little bit of it. Okay.
Yeah.
You collect it. You have it in you, or with you, not in you.
Oh, she's gonna drink it.
No.
You have a water skin with. Let's put in Weaver fluid.
Ew. I hate that.
Right.
Don't worry, he doesn't have the
I don't
place
wanna know.
where.
No, I don't want to know. TMI. No.
TMI for you, but maybe not for Emily.
Oh, Emily.
Damn.
No, because Emily's probably interested in knowing what this is. It's not. What, dude? I am reformed. I no longer do that. Anyway, so Vesper, you see that one exit, but only that one.
Okay. I mean, I'm good to carry these people out if everybody else is ready to leave.
Yeah. I think
cool.
so.
All right. You begin heading towards the exit. After a while, climbing up the staircase, you begin hearing the shifting of stone. And ahead of you, the ceiling above you, you notice that the staircase kind of, goes up against the ceiling. The ceiling above you opens, revealing the temple floor where you had once been. But daylight is absent inside, and there are only torches lighting up the space.
Do we see anybody?
There's no one in the temple, but Vesper, you particularly, as you all walk in, and for a moment you kind of gather yourselves, you place the bodies on the ground to kind of take note of what is happening. You, Vesper, pick up the smell of smoke, and you sense the air thick with something, like you're breathing in like actual smoke, but there's no signs a fire or anything, and it is night. It is nighttime. Which is strange, because it was about noon when you got to the temple. But yes, Vesper, sorry.
Can I go look outside?
You go to take a step, and the torchlight all wanes momentarily, and everything just fades to darkness, even for you, Violet. And then the light is restored, and standing all around the temple, you see hooded figures in black and gray. You spin around to take in all of them, and then you look back at the altar from which you had just come out of, from beneath it. You look back at the altar, and you see the glowing, fiery eyes inside the darkness of the hood. You see the one you know as Mother, holding next to her a man that fits the description of Sargon Virkesh. And as you take note of her, you see that the temple is filled with these hooded figures of the Embrace, standing on the walls on top of impossibly small spaces in the torches, in the braziers that are connected like high on the walls. There are more of them just perched, looking down on you. And you turn towards her and she says, "You have done well. Here is your reward." And she grabs Sargon and throws it towards you at your feet as he crumbles.
Help him up and check to see if he's okay.
He is breathing, but he is unconscious.
Okay.
Seems to be knocked out completely. And as you grab him, his body is trembling. His neck twitches occasionally. All the while, he's asleep. But he seems to be alive, at least. And yeah, Emily.
I want to cast Prestidigitation at it, like in front of his nose, over like a nice flower scent, so that he's calm, whatever he is mentally right now.
You do that. There is a reaction of the twitching kind of not being as intense for a moment, but it is it's as if this person is intensely dreaming of something as he is. And after you do that, the mother goes, "I understand you have questions. I will answer them, but you will also answer mine."
I believe that's fair.
Can we start?
Go ahead.
What did we kill?
Indeed. What have you killed? Whatever this thing was, it was influencing the Veil, making it weaker around the city. You have mended it, even if for just this moment.
The Veil?
The Veil.
Do you want its head? I pull out.
You see the eyes kind of burn a little bit brighter as it looks at it. No, but you would do well in hiding it.
Okay.
And she continues, "Do not show it to anyone. If you do, you will be making this thing's presence stronger here, and you will bring the long night faster."
So, should I put it back?
Get rid of it.
Okay.
Yes.
And what now?
I do not know. I have no task, no mission for you.
There will be more of these. Will it influence you in any kind?
Not us. Not me. No. The mother's eyes protect me.
The people of this temple, were they protecting it? Did they know of it?
No. The people of this temple were acting according to their own faith. And it just so happens that their faith is twisted, is close to the madness that this thing was inducing.
Was the temple built after the cave?
I believe it has, yes. But I think that the Azure Estate had a hand in remodeling older parts of the temple. I think that this remodeling may have turned out to be a bit too much.
I grab my water skin with the blue liquid, and I ask, "What's this? What's this? You want to drink it?"
You see the eyes burning again. No, I do not know, but I sense that the veil is weaker around you. Weaker than around them. You would be wise to be careful.
You mentioned that the mother is protecting you.
Yes.
Since we did this, can she protect us?
The mother is already protecting all of us.
Sure, we almost died, but sure.
If the mother's protection was not in place, you would not have been alive in the first place.
As a man of faith, can I try to search the influence of this mother somehow?
Yes. Go ahead. I would say roll an insight check or a religion check for me, Haj'Draal. Whatever you prefer, if you want to interpret it from her or if you want to try and recall something.
An insight or a religion?
Yeah, whichever you prefer.
I'll do religion as my lower roll, but I think it makes more sense because I want to see if I can. I mean, is religion the one that's like which one is which?
So insight would allow you to try to understand if there's something about her that would be, or her words that would be indicative of some religion that you do not know. Going into your religion knowledge means going into your memory here and seeing if you could try to remember any religion you've heard of that might be similar to the mother thing.
Okay. Then yeah, insight was what I was more.
All right, go for
thinking. Yeah. Okay, let's do an insight. 16.
There's one thing, although you can't see her face, you only see her eyes. There's one thing that you remember. You see that she was once called by someone and by herself the mother, but she also speaks of the mother in third person. So that's the first thing that catches your eye. So you don't quite know what that means, right? This doesn't feel like a religion, though. This would be more akin, and I don't. The word has a derogatory connotation to it, but I would like you, if possible, to interpret it from a neutral standpoint. This feels more akin to a cult.
Okay. Haj'Draal will ask, this mother, that wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Yes and no. I have the mother's eyes, and I speak for the mother. So when you speak to me, it's as if you speak to her. But I am not in truth the mother. I am
a vessel.
Her daughter.
Huh. You are the daughter of a god?
Yes.
I am not sure. I am just the daughter of my mother.
Me too.
She doesn't
Um,
react to that. That was me. Sorry.
You seem to understand more of the nature of this thing than us. We have a mission to go rescue a man that is connected to whatever this is. We don't know what they're going to do with the man, but the Azure Estate was there. This man is Aiden's
Dragon's Bane.
Dragonsbane.
And then
I was G there.
Sounds like an engine.
Do you know why they wanted that man?
So when you say that, her eyes, the flames kind of ignite a little bit, and she goes, "Then you have answered one of my questions. I have seen through my mother's eyes that you are connected to the sun. And so it is him. Aiden Dragonsbane is the sun. When he calls, the daughter will be ready."
I see.
Son?
Yes, the son. The first son had a son and a daughter. From there, the daughters had only daughters and the sons only sons. Both son and daughter with different parts to play in the mending of the veil. The daughters know and see things the sons do not, just the same as they know things we do not know, and are capable of feats we are not capable of. But it is the daughter's duty to guide the son and his world, and her actions shall always be so that he may live and fulfill his duty, even if we do not know what it is. We trust our mother's will. The daughters have sacrificed a great deal, but the mother requests it of us. And who are we if we do not answer our own mother?
But right now, no one's protecting him, right?
The son must be on his own. Only when he calls for the daughter shall the daughter come to his aid.
Ooh.
I'm done with questions.
Vesper will kind of set Sargon down so he's like not in a weird position. He's like a little bit more comfortable since he's unconscious, and she'll kind of like, "I'm sorry," to the party, but then look at the mother like, "Can you answer me? Who called for the death of Arthur?"
Yes, you have earned the truth from us, Vesper. One rarely does, for a shroud of lies or of shadow is a great protection in the world we live in, and great protection against the long night. Arthur was denounced by one named Verlasco. Verlasco informed the Shimmerstone enclave of Arthur's dealings, and the Glasshammer family called for his murder. And for those who do not know, but for Vesper, you know Glasshammer is G's last name. They did not wish to do it here in Port Nemelli, most likely to protect the person denouncing, but had no means to remove Arthur from the city. But the Glasshammers are a powerful family with powerful allies. One of them you can probably guess. At the time, the whispers of the starless night were reaching Port Nemelli, and the Azure Estate spreading its tendrils here. So a weave was weaved. The promise of better business in Vulcan, a city where murder is so common, a place where Arthur could help. Our hands committed the murder because the mother's eyes saw it and deemed it necessary so that the veil might be mended.
You see Vesper like tense completely. Like everything in her body just kind of like clenches.
Did we meet
And she-
Velascos?
Mhm.
Velasco's Scrolls and Supplies.
That was the first one we went to.
Okay. I'll look at Vesper. I see she's like that. Do you want revenge?
I have wanted revenge more than anything throughout all these years.
Then you got it.
It is more complicated than that.
I don't
She will
think so.
just like nod to the mother, like as thanks for telling her that. But then she just kind of withdraws into herself, kind of like she's like she shook.
Alright. Is there anything you need?
I want to ask you if you know a song. And I sing the tune.
When you sing the tune, the eyes flare again,
She knows.
and she goes, "How do you know that song?"
I made it.
You
I'm
did
kidding, I
not."
didn't. I didn't, no. But I've been searching for it. A lot of people know it.
There's a lullaby that the daughters are sung, but we do not know the lyrics. We do not know what it means. But it makes us feel not comfortable, but mournful. You have heard this song.
Yes, multiple times.
Did other people sing it?
Yes.
Did other people know it?
Yeah. But don't know the origins of it.
That is not possible.
Am I insane all this time?
That could not be possible. Not so many people knowing it. And the eyes flare even brighter as you see it light up her face. And from the glow of the eyes, you notice these very faint, almost like freckles, gray scales around her cheeks that kind of extend back into her elven ears and the sharp features that she has. And you see the silver of her hair and a woman that looks to be at least an age around what would be her 20, 30, like close to 30s, her late 20s, which is what Aiden looked to be. And she looks with those very intense burning eyes, literally burning eyes towards you. And she goes, "It has been placed in you. Do you remember when you first sang or heard this song?"
When I was a kid.
What was this moment? What were you doing?
I was with my mom. And she was reading me a book.
What was this book?
This one! And I grabbed the book. Big Blues.
She gives kind of a movement of recognition. What chapter did you read?
I don't remember.
What was the story? Who was it about?
It was about the dragon talking to a friend,
What was this friend? How did he look?
like an adventurer.
Was it a man of silver hair?
Yes?
The first son? The lullaby is supposed to trace back to the first son and to the mother. How did it make it to you and other people? It is just a lullaby. Nothing else. She looks concerned, just from your passive insights. Although she has been hard to read, this one moment has made her uncomfortable, as if a moment of you would imagine of her very private life had been suddenly exposed.
Does Violet feel like is it dangerous to search for the song?
There's no indication of that, or of the opposite.
Can I ask? I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, sure.
Is it dangerous to go for the song? Because we've been helping her to search for it.
I'm sorry.
There's no way that you can find this song. It will have stopped here. This is where it began, right? It was a lullaby from Mother, so.
And are you sure about that?
Now I am suddenly not.
Well, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna find it. And I pick up my lute and I start singing the song while trolling around, just taunting her.
She is
Emily.
unaffected by the taunt.
Emily, now is not the time.
Well, I stop. She made me feel bad, okay? I just want to find the song.
I'm sorry, I did not mean for that. It is a part of my life. And I thought only I knew that part of my life.
This means we can be friends.
No.
Oh. Well, I have another thing to ask, if
Go
I may.
ahead.
I've been a bit crazy lately. I've been seeing things that I shouldn't. Can you help?
My mother's eyes let me see that the veil is indeed weaker around you. But they do not allow me to fix it. Whatever power I do hold beyond this is to be used when the son calls for the daughter.
Is there a way we can help to thicker the veil?
To thicken the veil. Yes. You can stop the starless night from taking over again. And I see that you are already on that path because my eyes, my mother's eyes, they allow me to see it. And so I ask of you once again, anything that you need, we may provide. Because your path will mend the veil.
So, money? We need money?
How much money do you need?
I look at Violet.
Haj'Draal's
Just a
like
money one.
looking kind of confused, like, is this happening? What the fuck?
I'll say, well, since you brought it up, we want to buy some equipment from a shop. So we kind of need at least 2,000 gold.
She waves a hand, and a moment later, you hear behind you,
Oh yeah. I like this sound. This is my jam.
exactly 2,000 gold.
Thank
Do
you.
you need anything else?
Where are we headed next? Where's the next?
I think we have to leave, right? Like,
yeah, we're leaving Nemelli, but like, where after Nemelli? Where are we going?
I'm gonna let it sit to see if someone says it, but obviously I'm here to help. I just wanna make fun of you now.
I don't.
Wait,
I don't remember.
Let me scroll through my endless page.
we're going to Oaza. That's our main point. It's
Yeah.
Oaza.
Correct.
But that's our immediate next stop after Port Nemelli.
We're going to
Yeah,
just continue
okay.
the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know if like they were like we were stopping somewhere else along the way.
We're going to stop in the shop to buy your quarterstaff.
Well,
Is that the last shop? Or
no.
not? Okay,
No,
cool.
it's the other guy. You might, Vesper, to your point, you might be stopped,
Right.
Yeah.
but programmed stops, you would have none.
And how would we travel there? Like,
On foot. Or,
Through the desert?
or by a horse.
can we get a cart again?
Well, I would say, Vesper, you would know that there are a few ways you can get there. Number one, you can go there through the river. You can actually get a boat and get to the river. You will take a little bit longer this way, but it might be also safer. But there's something pretty cool in Port Nemelli and across the Empire, which is how they used to travel even before this was an empire, and that you know of, which are sand cutters. So
cool.
if
Sounds
you
like
want...
fun.
Look, Vesper knows it, but I won't say it because you don't know it yet. So
Okay.
if you do travel with that, well, you'll see what a sand cutter is.
Okay.
I was just thinking like
It's faster too,
if we have
by
to
the way.
pay to travel, then we could ask her for assistance in traveling, like affording things. Because you're gonna spend all 2,000 on the staff.
I still have money. I have 300,
Okay.
300 gold.
Okay.
I don't know
I
if
have
that's
like
enough.
250.
Does Vesper knows if 300 gold is enough?
Okay.
Okay.
I still have some
need
too,
that.
but I just wanted to make sure we were okay on the traveling portion.
I'll just ask, on our way, is there any way to contact the mother? If we need any kind of help, desperately.
The mother will only help the son. The daughter will only help the son. The embrace will only help the son. Until then, we will only act towards mending the veil.
Can I become the sun?
She looks at you, and as the eye glows, you see a smile on her. You remind me of a friend. But no, you cannot become the sun.
Who friend? Who?
An old friend of my childhood.
What's the name?
Well,
I cannot give
daughter
you
of
her
the
name.
mother.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
oh. Daughter of the mother. You have provided us with much needed support, and we thank you for that. When the time comes, can we count on you for assistance?
Only the son can count on the daughter for assistance. Only the son can count on the mother for assistance. Only the son can count on the embrace for assistance.
Okay, I needed to hear that again.
You know when you press accidentally on the NPC and it repeats like the whole thing again? Like, no!
I
Right
did it
down on the-
differently this time because he said
Yeah.
daughter first, so I put daughter first, see?
Mm-hmm.
See, my dialogue varies, the NPC dialogue.
I will bow, and
You will bow bow.
I will bow too. I will also bow.
I will let bank,
It's just
And,
it's just that and leave.
and I'll leave.
What about everybody else? Do you guys also leave?
I wave goodbye. And I'll say, I'll find the song!
She lifts her hand and waves towards you, which is already a lot. Knowing what you're
Aw.
talking to.
She likes Emily.
Aw.
That's cute. Vesper helps Sargon back up, and the other I don't know which other one she was carrying.
I would say probably you could carry the man here while
Okay.
he carries the other two. Violet can help you as well. Emily, no, she can't.
Yeah. No, like I can try to help, but I mean she's very weak. I think she will do worse.
I've been bulking for this occasion.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, let me just ask one thing. Where can we drop these people?
Here.
Do you know? Oh, okay.
Just body slam them into the ground. RKO one of them.
Minus Sargon.
Yeah. Sargon,
We
you
keep
would say.
Sargon.
Will they become like Sargon?
Maybe. Maybe not. The Embrace will see when they wake.
I look at Haj'Draal.
Are you okay with that?
Do you guys want to take them anyways?
Well, I think it should be a group effort. What should we do?
We will deliver them to their homes.
Uh-huh.
Can I see if she's... Can I trust her, like, inside?
With your previous one? Yeah. That she seems like a no bullshit person.
Yeah, I would say I trust her.
Yeah,
She-
then I'll trust her with that too.
Okay. We go. Bow bow.
You bow bow.
Got Sargon.
Alright. You leave. I'm assuming you're also leaving the temple fully, like the temple grounds. Leaving them fully to go into the city.
Yeah. I'm ready to leave this place.
Alright. Whereabouts would you be headed, my friends?
Where did we tell Omar to stay?
His house. You went.
We don't know where his house is.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, we take
But-
Sargon back to our inn.
But maybe I can cast message.
You have to be within 120 feet of him.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I can try.
you can start walking around city just doing
Yeah.
this until it hits.
Hello!
Can Haj'Draal use sending?
You could use
To
sending.
Ken?
Yeah, maybe.
Does he still have it?
I do.
Okay.
Do you have spell slots?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it was fine.
Alright, then sending it is.
What did you tell him?
We
What?
got Sargon. Where are you?
So I'll cast sending and I'll say we have Sargon. Everything is okay. That's it.
Not gonna ask where he is.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. My bad.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Meet us at the inn. Like,
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Wait. What am I? I'm confused.
We need to meet him. So
Tell him to
Yeah.
tell him to come
Okay.
to the inn.
Where he?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll ask where he is. That's better. Okay. Where should we meet?
There. Works. That works.
You receive a,
That's better.
You receive the message back as he goes. You seem to be a bit confused there, Haj'Draal. There was a moment of interference. Let us meet at the inn, at the Harpy.
Let's go then.
Perfect.
All right.
is it still around noon?
It's
No,
not.
it's nighttime.
It's night already. Okay, I thought it was night inside the
No.
church.
And
The mother's
What-
so powerful she made it nighttime in there.
when you step outside the temple grounds, you feel suddenly dizzy, as if the world is catching up to you, or you're catching up to the world, as if everything's just spinning way too fast until it stops. You were in there for what it felt like minutes, but hours went by. Hours. So, what really happened? Your minds are trying to catch up to it, but it's kind of impossible to understand at this moment. So, you travel through the city. The people are not out and about. There are less lights on. The people you do find don't have the same jitteriness that they used to. But they still have it, to a degree. However, it seems that after you killed this, the influence was... Well, was it really immediate? Did you kill it now, at night, or did you kill it at noon, when you started fighting it? You're not sure. You're not even sure if... or how much time has passed, really. You make it to the inn, to the Hearty Harpy, after, I'd say, about 30 to 45 minutes of walking. It is dark. No patrons, other than Omar, sitting at, or on a little cushion on the ground on a little table in front of him. And he looks at you, and he sees Sargon, and he goes, "Oh, Sargon! Sargon!" And he goes to grab him, and as you are carrying, you see Sargon kind of stretch out his arm in this kind of tense movement and slap him away as the body continues to contort and jitter momentarily. And he goes, "Oh no, what has happened to him?"
We don't know.
We aren't sure.
Oh no.
We found him with the embrace. They returned him to us in return for... Well, we can tell you that later.
Well, you are alive too. That is great. Can you have a room here?
Of course.
Can we please?
Yes.
By the way, I grabbed the gold. I didn't say, but I did. Okay.
Just leave it there, yeah.
Yeah, you have the extra 2,000 gold.
Okay.
You go to your room. You lay Sargon, I would assume, if you'd like, in on one of the beds.
On the bed, yeah.
It can be on mine.
All right. And Omar goes, first, thank you so much. Here. And he grabs 4 medallions that have a similar structure to his. But you notice that on Violet's, there's a fist. On Haj'Draal's, there's a spear. On Emily's, there's a little lute. And on Vesper's, there's a claw. On Vesper's, there's a claw. And he gives them to you, and you may add to your inventories Omar's gift from your manage. If you go to manage inventory, you write Omar's gift. You should be able to find it there. A crucial, beautiful item.
Omar's gift.
It's loading.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, oh, a lot of text. Okay.
Have mucho texto.
That's the thing that I showed you 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, yes.
But you may give it a little read now.
Very nice. Equip.
Doesn't need attunement either.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
A very powerful enchantment from a very powerful enchanter.
Thank you, Omar. Can you help him?
I don't know. Should I wake him up, or should we try to wake him up? How do we even wake him up? How did he not wake when you were carrying him?
No.
I mean, it is a way.
The embrace said that when he came to them, I believe he was already near this state.
Oh my. Oh, can you wake him? Can you try?
Well,
Try to wake him.
I'll try, but I can't promise you anything, Omar. But I'll do my best. Haj'Draal will grab his Omar's gift, and he'll make a prayer in his mind, casting greater restoration. And as his hands begin to acquire this blue soothing glow, he'll gently place it on top of Omar's forehead. Not Omar, Sargon's forehead.
Sargon's forehead. Please mark off the diamond cost of greater restoration.
Yes. It's diamond dust worth at least 100 gold, so part of the dust that I got.
Yes, sir. You touch his forehead and you see the water kind of pouring out from the glow on Haj'Draal's hand and moving swiftly into his nose and mouth and eyes. And he wakes up. And he looks at all of you. Well, who are you? Omar? Where am I? I must get to the embrace. I must get to them. And he looks behind you. They're here. They're here. Why do I see them? Why do I see them? And he tries to scratch his eyes. Why do I see them?
Haj'Draal tries to hold his hands.
You pull his hands. He strongly tries to rip his eyes out. Why do I see them?
Hold it. Everything is okay. We have you now. You're safe.
No. They're here. They're here to kill me. They're here to kill you. They've killed me. Why do I see them? Why are they here? And Omar goes, please, Sargon. It's they're friends. We're all friends. There's nobody else here. Sargon. No. They're here. Take my eyes. I can't see them anymore. Take them.
It was not the embrace who killed your parents.
It was them.
It was not.
I saw them. It was them. They're here. You're with them. I'll kill you. I'll kill you too. They're with them.
Can someone calm him down?
Ooh,
I look at Omar.
Yeah.
We've got you. We've got you from the embrace. You're fine now. They're dealt with. Don't worry.
No, they'll come. They'll come for me. And they'll come for you. What is it that you did? What you did? I saw them. I saw them around me. But, and now there's you and there's them too. What did you do? What was that light?
While there is talking, I'll say to Omar, can you put your medallion on him?
Oh, of course. And he grabs it, and you guys have to actually hold him together
Yeah.
for him to be able to. And as the medallion is put on him,
Do you feel better?
you see like the tension in his arms kind of releases, but you see that his eyes are starting to like shoot with blood.
Hey. Are you okay?
Maybe remove the medallion from him.
Do you?
Wait, first Haj'Draal will cast Cure Wounds on him.
All
Level
right.
2, just to be sure.
Can we liken this to like how Korath acted? Is this very similar? Okay.
Remove.
Yeah.
Omar, remove!
He takes the amulet off. over my head. I could feel my own thoughts wanting to burst. Contained. What? They're here. They're here again. They're here again.
How many points of insanity does he have? Jesus.
I don't.
Any calm
Brain.
emotions? Omar?
Omar is trembling with his hands on his necklace, unsure of what to do.
Omar, put yourself together. Try to help your friend.
And you see him extend out his hand and craft sigils again, as you had seen before. And he breathes, kind of with his breath, pushes the spell out of his hand to try to, kind of like a similar smoke, or a smoke of similar scent that you smelled, Violet, when you were charmed. Push into Sargon. No. And he goes, it's resisting me. Something is resisting me. In him. My enchantment is not powerful enough. Are any of you capable of it?
I am not medical.
Well, boys, I'm gonna go to sleep for 8 hours and come back with you.
Yeah.
Can I like pressure point knock him out? So
I
he
can
goes
make him-
unconscious again.
I can make
Yeah.
him blind if it helps for him not to see stuff, but if it's like all
Wait.
inside of his head, it won't
Before
help.
someone does anything, can I try to use divine sense to understand what is happening?
You sense a deep-rooted evil inside him.
Oh no.
And as you're holding him, Vesper, in the back of his head, there's the scar of an incision.
Oh no.
Any surgeons?
Ask Volo
I-
in Baldur's Gate to try to remove something.
Turn the
Yeah.
neck up.
A fucking ice pick.
God.
If I just try to, headlock him till he goes
You can-
unconscious again,
I
then
would-
not
I
hurt
would
him.
Yeah, I would allow you to not kill him and knock
Yeah.
him out if you'd like.
Okay. I think that would probably be just because he's being a bit crazy.
You
so-
grab his neck, and the first thing, he bites onto your arm, and it's painful, but you've dealt
It just
with.
hiss.
Yeah, you've dealt with
God,
worse, and you put him to sleep slowly. And Omar is just shocked.
I'm sorry, Omar. I didn't. Right now, I think this is best.
There's something wrong with him.
And I'll kind of turn him and show the rest of them that they can see the incision. Do you recognize this?
It seems like a puncture scar, but I do not recognize it. No. I don't know what to do. He is my friend, but at the same time, he doesn't look like my friend. He was strong, sure, and maybe a bit stubborn and not the nicest to other people, but he was kind, and his eyes are devoid of the kindness that they once had. I don't know what to do.
Do you know of any healer in the city?
Well, there's always the temple. But he went there once and this happened.
There was something inside the temple. A creature. It had others, but we don't believe that the people of the temple were necessarily responsible for that creature or what happened to Sargon.
I will take care of him. I will take care of him. Yes, I cannot hold you here for longer. You have done so much, and you have taken him out of whatever state he was in as well, and at least now he is awake. I can try to soothe his mind as best as I can, or at least keep him in this state. It might take potions or mixtures or concoctions that whatever I have to find, I will do to keep him safe, but
Maybe he was better dead.
and when you say that, although he reacts angrily first, you see like the very first bit of anger in a person as sweet as Omar, but then his eyes kind of divert into the ground and sinks in that might be true.
Are you sure that he won't hurt you?
Maybe he will, but he did so much for me. Maybe this is the least I can do for him.
For better or for worse, may I tie him down before you try to wake him up by yourself?
I was thinking I would take him to my home.
I just want to tie his hands.
Okay,
You can take him.
You can tie his hands, of course.
Because you don't seem like a very strong person.
I am not, you're right. You grab him and your right hand feels warm.
Do I sense it? Do I want revenge?
This person has killed someone.
Oh,
It echoes in the back of your head. Sargon has killed someone in his madness. And your hand senses it.
while he's been crazy. Sorry.
Holy.
Oh.
Do I really want to kill him?
That's up to you.
Violet grabs him by the neck
What are you doing?
and pulls him up.
Violet.
Violet.
What are you doing?
And I'm not stopping.
Please, what are you doing?
He has killed someone.
Please stop her.
Violet,
Violet?
he's innocent.
He is not.
He's mad.
He is not. He is.
No, Violet just
I
wants.
am mad.
No, Violet just
Fucking
wants
flip.
you to be wrong. the contrarian. He's
I
not.
don't-
He's a dude. He's not. He's Sargon. No, he's not.
Gaslighting.
He cannot be held responsible for crimes that he committed while not in his own head.
But it was his hands.
And
Please don't. Look,
Please,
Violet,
Violet.
Violet, please look at me.
Haj'Draal will run and try to grab Violet's hands.
All right.
Try to wrestle her out of
Let's
out
go
of him.
athletics from you and acrobatics or athletics from Violet. Let's contest this.
All right, athletics. What the fuck, natural one? Fuck me.
I rolled a 4 plus 9, 13.
Well, I'm gonna need some help, guys.
So Violet is going to just step out of the way with Sargon on her hand, or grabbing Sargon by the hand, and Haj'Draal kind of makes a fool of himself in this effort. It's almost like Violet was stepping away from a child. As you see Haj'Draal flustered with all of this, as you had never actually seen him before in these situations.
Vesper will try to stop her, but not aggressively.
All right.
More like she'll try to turn Violet to look at her, like turn Violet's face to look at her instead.
All right. And
Like-
Emily, what were you doing?
I want to grab Violet's Omar's charm that she has on her
Yeah.
neck already, and like rip it, remove it.
Okay. This is gonna be tough here. Because two of you are moving at the same time, and Violet, you're a little bit focused on a goal here, okay? So what I'm going to do is, and I hope that you understand why I'm doing this, because I'm also trying to get into your head here, Violet. I would say you'd probably pay more attention to Vesper moving towards you than you would Emily. So I will say, Emily, you automatically succeed in breaking away the necklace. However, Vesper, you're going to need to come up with something here to catch Violet away from this, and then we'll go back to you, Emily, and what you do with the amulet. All right?
So Violet, Vesper.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Tries to turn Violet to face her and is like, "These hands have killed, and so have yours. You are not the person to condone this man to death.
Mine had a purpose.
And how do you know his did not? He is driven by something that is deep inside of him that he cannot control. Whatever that thing is, whatever has him, you cannot condemn him to death for something he is not in control of. Please."
I look at Vesper's eyes and I say, "Do you truly, deeply believe that he will gain control of himself again?"
I do not know, but I
Then
do
he's
not
better
have.
dead.
He is not. Violet.
While Violet is talking to Vesper,
Yeah.
Haj'Draal will take this sneak opportunity to cast Hold Person on Violet.
All right, but before that, before we get to that, if you'll allow Emily a moment here, because she had the necklace. Do you want to do anything specific with the necklace?
Not with the necklace. I want to cast a spell, so I would say that it's fair since I did my action to remove
Yeah.
the amulets.
Haj'Draal
Haj
goes
can-
now.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
well. So Haj'Draal is going to cast Hold Person, extending out his hand towards Violet. Violet, I need you to roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Do I have advantage now? Because of the amulet?
You don't have the amulet.
You don't have
I
the
removed
amulet.
it.
Emily ripped it. And the yeah, go ahead.
Wisdom. Oh, fuck. Natural 20!
Oh,
You're
damn.
good at. Okay,
It
it's
seems
meant
that
to happen
It seems that the goddess Meodref is with Violet after all.
for this.
It is only Violet's words, or excuse me, for this, Vesper's words inside you now at this moment, Violet. I'm going to give you another moment as well, Emily, but first we're going to go to them. There is not a sense of this being right, of you killing him being right. It doesn't feel just, the need you sense in the back of your head. It feels exactly like that. It feels like a need. Like he needs to die. That he is a danger. That this might spread. But Vesper's words are still there. You may do with them whatever you wish. So you guys were talking, you can continue in this loose turn.
I'll say, I hope you do not hate me after this, but this man needs to be dead, or he will kill more.
Please, Violet, think of Omar. He has done so much for us.
Why must he die?
He is not himself right now. He is going to kill more, and he has killed before.
What if I promise to do it myself?
I look at him intensely. His words true? Are his words true?
roll an insight check.
13.
Yeah. Looks like he means it. There's a look of purpose in him.
Do I feel like it needs to be done by me?
You feel like he needs to be dead.
If you promise to kill him, why can't I do it right now? Before he kills you?
I just wanted to give him a chance. Don't you think he deserves a chance?
No.
Why? Why are you so sure?
I know so. I feel it. He's going to kill more, and maybe it's going to be you.
I would rather take that risk. I think I can kill Sargon if it comes to it.
I'm sorry, but I won't take that risk. Because maybe he's not going to kill you, but maybe another innocent person. And I can't allow that.
I will keep him. I will, even if I have to keep him in my house, chained down. I just want to give him another chance. You can take him there yourself. You can do it. You can see it there. And then, if I cannot get him to be who he is, or who he was, I will end it myself. I have never killed before, but I think that if it would do him a mercy, I would be capable of it.
Right. At this moment, Emily starts crying and turns to Violet and says, "We've also killed people. We're not gods to decide who gets to live or die. You're not God to decide if he's gonna kill someone. Let Omar take his friend. Please."
I release him. If more blood is spread, it's on you. And I leave.
Thank you. Thank you. And Omar is just there, looking at his friend for a moment.
I think you should take your friend now, before he wakes up.
Right. And you see him weave sigils again, and touches his friend, and his friend levitates, and he begins pushing him out, and he turns back and says, thank you to all of you. Even to her, I too wondered myself if he was better off dead. You must understand that that she meant the best, for sure. I do not think your friend is evil, although I have a feeling that maybe mine is now. And he leaves with his friend.
Omar, before you go,
Yes.
before we Velox Mors depart tomorrow, could you give me a chance to see you again, please? You and Sargon.
Of course. He gives you their address. Or his address, Omar's. Of course, yes, you can see us.
Thank you, friend. And please promise me that you'll be safe and you'll handle him adequately.
And
Of course.
talk to someone as well that can
Sure.
help you.
I will do it, yes. Thank you. And he leaves.
As Omar is walking out, Haj'Draal will piece his hands together and he'll make a prayer to Dogar to try to help that poor soul, and he'll use a divine intervention to see if something
Alright.
happens.
Oh
You
my
have
God,
to roll
please.
a D100 and it has to be equal or below your level. So
Please.
12 or
Yes,
lower.
a 12.
Oh my god.
Please.
1d100.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh shit! Finally! Finally it happened!
Holy
They exist! They're out there! They're out there!
The first divine intervention I see.
Oh god, that is incredible.
Wow, I got tears.
Okay, sorry, give me just a minute. Haj'Draal, in this moment, so your intention is to help that man, right? You
Yes.
want to remove whatever it is that is within him, all right? That is
Yes.
causing this. You take that moment, after seeing what you saw, and feeling helpless even though you helped, there's just something about Haj'Draal where he just can't see something wrong happen. And it is wrong that happened to him. You don't sense within you that it was wrong, that what Violet was doing was wrong. You do have sort of the same sense that it might have been needed, because seeing someone like that affected your friends. It affected them directly. And the way that the influence of this creature has been working, if other people see him in that state, it might bring them closer to his state as well. But there's just something about you, not your faith, but you, that cannot stand that happening. And so you reach out. And your God has as much power in this world as you, the channeler, allow it to have. He is connected to you, but it is you. You are the one giving him the vessel for his magic. And in that moment, Haj'Draal, your entire soul shines in that room with a light that's so bright that Violet outside can see and that everyone else needs to look away from. And you don't know exactly why, but a thought in your head says that the veil is stronger now because of you. Emily, you lose your point of insanity with his divine, witnessing his divine intervention. The result of the divine intervention remains to be seen. But in that moment, both of you witness the closest thing that there is in this good Eidos to seeing a god act.
Cool.
Emily like wipes her tears. She just saw like heaven on earth.
Smells
Okay.
like the sea here.
Also, what did Haj'Draal feel specifically with this divine intervention working? Like,
You,
What-
Haj'Draal, have felt one. You felt one. One with everything. You just felt whole. And you felt, and that connection, the connection to your god is powerful, right? But in that moment, it's the strongest that it ever was. And it was not your god wanting to do that. It was your god doing that because you so earnestly wanted to save that one soul, and there is just nothing more pure than that. And it was so pure that your god in that moment gave you everything he had.
right, okay. So when this happens, as Haj'Draal finally opens his eyes, everything starts to like settle into his mind. He slowly puts his hands afar, looks at them, and he looks up again and he says, Dalgar, I'm not worthy, but thank you, Lord of the Seas.
Holy shit!
Holy
My
shit,
God.
indeed.
That was amazing, guys. All of it. So, if there's nothing else that you would like to do with this day,
I want, yes.
go right ahead.
I wanna go after Violet.
El Violeta. Mhm.
She's getting
And-
drunk now.
And I,
Oh yeah, well, I think we all wanna, I mean, at least I also wanna go after Violet.
Yeah, same.
Good point.
I'm gonna
We all go
place
after her.
the amulet on her neck. Again.
Okay.
You let me?
I do. But I don't look at you.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I just place. Yeah. And I'm still like in shock with what I saw Haj do. So I'm like, I return to bed. I go to
Oh,
bed.
okay.
I just
You-
go.
you just
I
go
just
back.
got. Yeah, I just place. Be like, hey, it's back, and I go away.
Very well.
Violet
Haj'Draal
is just looking at her drink, not saying anything.
and Vesper, if you want to do anything here, I will let you. Now that Emily leaves back to sleep.
As I see Emily leave, Haj'Draal gives one last look of disdain to Violet, and he turns his back and walks away as well to his room.
I didn't see that because I'm looking at my drink.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Say.
Just the moment is what matters. And Vesper, you're the final one.
Well, now that everybody's gone, Vesper will sit down next to Violet and not look at her, like to make her feel like she's being stared at, but just kind of like look at her hands. And she goes, I'm sorry for trying to stop you then. I understand where you're coming from. But I believe the greatest mercy that you can give someone is in their final moments to be with the person or people that they care about the most. And I think Omar can give him that peace should it be necessary.
What you think right now is a crumb compared to what the world is facing.
After fighting that creature, I understand that, but there are still people that have hope and people that believe in the good things in this world. And I trust Omar to do what is right, and I hold no malice towards you for what you wanted to do. I understand it came from a different place, but right now, I think we can give at least a little light back.
I'll stay quiet. Because I'm proud as fuck. And I'll get up and I'll go outside. I leave Vesper there. I want to go to someplace quiet and isolated and burn the head.
All right, very well, very well. Sorry, I'm thinking at the same time that you said that. All right, so for clarity, Vesper, you are fine with letting her leave in this moment as well.
I think.
And you would
it's
go
okay.
back to sleep, just so I know.
I'd probably stay at the table for a minute. Just she's got a lot still going on in her head too. So
Of course.
I left you the rest of my drink.
Oh, thank you
Oh,
very
how
much.
nice. All right,
All the
so,
backwash in it and everything.
You have to pay it.
So,
Seems fair.
would you say then that both all Emily, Haj'Draal, and Vesper are done for the day, just so I know where we're going here?
Yeah,
Alright.
Vesper will probably stay at the table until Violet comes back,
Returns.
and then
Got it. Okay, you go to someplace quiet to burn the body or the head. Take it out. Stare at it for a while. It still has the same. You know, when you look at something and you just feel it's wrong. Now imagine that thing was within you. Imagine there was a part of yourself that you really didn't like, or that felt wrong. That's what it feels like when you look at this. This sort of featureless face. No nose, only that slit that it had for the eye and the forehead. Just no nose, no mouth. It feels like it turns and it's into shapes of faces that you have seen before. It's difficult to look at it. Do you want to burn it with regular fire?
I don't have any other kind of fire.
Or do you want to try something else?
Well, I mean, in Violet's head, this is not from this world, so I wouldn't know if regular fire would burn it. So if there is any other way that I could create another kind of fire, or any kind of acid to melt it, I don't know.
You're
Just destroy it.
You're looking at it, grabbing it at a distance, kind of, I would say, near the river. Just looking at it. Your hand feels warm. And it feels like it's trying to release something. Do you allow it? to allow this warmth to spread.
Yeah, I'll just say, lady, it's on you now.
You begin hearing the sound of brush and leaves rustling against your skin, and then branches slowly come out of your skin and sink into the head. And you let it go as the branches continue enveloping it and crushing it, and it falls onto the ground, and you see the branches going down and beneath the sand here, and the stone first, and then the sand here near the river, and then the branches and wood contorts and contorts and contorts, and a small tree the size of a child is born there. And in that moment, in your head, you hear a voice. But then it's not in your head, and it's the tree, and it bounces back as if in trying to reach you is using this thing to do so. You have done well, my child, Violet. To go against your enemies, to stand up against them is easy. Not as easy as standing up to your friends. But I want you to remember, there aren't always just two paths. A tree has many branches and many roots. More are right than those that are wrong. More have leaves than those who don't. You are not alone, ever. I will always be here.
For the first time, I think, or maybe the second, Violet cries,
Aww.
thinking, should I have done it? Should I have not? Am I going crazy? But I guess I only have one objective, one goal, and I want to stick to it. And I go back.
All right, then. Day over, long rest. Let's go, guys.
Woo!
Woo, you can take a long rest. Awesome. Well done.
I want my things back.
My key points.
My key points.
Bardic inspiration, let's go.
My HP actually as well.
True.
But you have taken the long rest, my friends, and morning is going to cometh. So I'm going to ask you this, Haj'Draal. You said that you would like to see Omar before.
Yes.
I would like to ask you if you would go there alone or if you would go there with your group, because you have
I'll
the
wait
chance to go there
for
alone.
I'll wait for everyone to wake up, and then I'll ask if they want to come as well.
I'll say no. And while they go to Omar's, because I don't really want to see them, I'll go buy Vesper stuff.
Very well. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah,
Grocery.
I think I'll go with Hush, and maybe
Okay.
you two go on a date to buy the stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I wanna take
Shopping date.
Violet and Vesper about to go buy a staff together. What a date
Together.
to
Yes.
spend like fucking 3,000 gold on this staff.
So luxury.
It's my new
stuff.
sugar mommy right here.
All right, then if you would allow me to handle the Omar situation first. Let's do that. So, Haj'Draal, through the streets of Port Nameli once again. All of you, actually, while you're moving, you notice the difference already. Very clear. But the air is not fully healed. It seems that this wound is gonna leave permanent damage. But Emily, the way through, there are no visions. There is no hallucination of anything. You finally feel like yourself fully again. But you also feel like you've missed, or excuse me, like you're missing something now. You're missing something you could have tapped into. You're going to lose the ability that you know you have.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
As we're walking, I want to talk to Emily.
Go right
As
ahead.
we're strolling there.
Go right ahead.
Haj'Draal will turn to Emily and say, Emily, sorry for not checking on you so much. You know, a lot has been happening lately, as you've seen. But are you okay? Do you feel better after yesterday?
I think you made it better. I looked at you, I saw a blue light, and then everything was okay.
So Dolgar helped you.
I don't know
As well.
who helped me. I mean, as far as I know, you helped me. So thank you. And I tap
Oh.
on his like tall shoulder.
Haj'Draal lets out a little smile. He says, you know, as much as I love helping you and all of us in the group, I don't think even my powers would have been enough to do that. It doesn't seem like a coincidence that when the Lord of the Seas and Storms beckoned us with this energy, that it seemed to help you. And also yesterday, when I reached out to you and I tried to save you, he also seemed to answer in his own mysterious way.
Well,
It seems like I had my doubts before, but I think we're on the right path, Emily.
I think that yes, it might be his power, but it is you who is requesting it. So you're selling yourself short.
You're too kind, Emily. You were also spectacular. Thank you for yesterday.
Thank you.
And we'll go about our way.
And we're strolling.
You reach Omar's house. You realize that Omar's house is actually quite close to the port. It is on sort of at the beginning. Excuse me. At the beginning of the actual beach, or that exists kind of next to Port Nameli. It is on one of the neighborhoods that still catches a little bit of that as it goes into the coast. And you knock on the door, I assume. And
I'm pretty sure that Emily will like to have that honor, so I'll just let her.
okay. She makes a little rhythm.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door. The door opens and you see Omar and he goes, you're here. You came to check on Sargon, right? I was not. Good morning. I'm sorry. Wizard mind working very fast right now. I saw my friend. I saw everything we saw last night. It was real. It was real, right? What happened to my friend?
Yes.
He
What
was,
happened?
He was the violet and
Yes.
he was.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Please look. And he points towards the beach. And you see Sargon is looking at the sea.
I go to him. Don't jump!
I love Emily.
I'm You can't make me laugh this hard, but I have the coughs, man.
Don't jump!
Oh, so good, so good.
You race down to the beach, yelling for him not to jump, and you actually scare Sargon. As he goes, "Ah!" and jumps to the side, letting you pass. He goes, "Oh, I'm not jumping. I didn't want to jump. Who are you?"
Oh, hi. You don't remember me?
Oh no. Did I leave you at the bar?
You wish, but no, I save your ass.
I'm so sorry. And I would assume Haj'Draal, you want to catch up.
Can we hear this conversation from
It's far,
the, I mean,
it's far down into the beach, so you would have to run after it.
yeah, I'm not gonna let Emily fucking let a guy die.
Okay.
Like jump off the cliff. You're gonna scare him shitless, gonna jump off the cliff.
He's at the beach. He's at the beach. There's no cliff, guys. He won't die. But Omar runs with you, and he goes, "This is Sargon, my friend. These are the people I told you, the people that helped you, that were helping you. I don't. They tried to help before. Then you just. This just happened." And when Sargon was about to apologize to Emily for the insult, when he sees Haj'Draal, he goes, I know you. I've seen your face in my dreams.
Your dreams?
Yes, my family was murdered. I dreamed of it every night, and this time you were there. You took my hand. You didn't let me see it. And it smelled of the sea. And I just felt I needed to be close to it. I don't know if I should thank you, if you have done anything, but I certainly feel like you did.
So, I see his power really did work. How long have you been having these dreams for?
You did this. You saved him.
I didn't do anything, Omar.
Yes, you
It was
did.
not me.
Yes, you did.
I was going to thank the gods. I wasn't sure which god to thank for this. But now I know. Thank you. Thank you so much for saving my friend. And Omar moves in to awkwardly hug you.
Haj'Draal lets him, and he hugs him back. And he says, as he softly taps his back, he says, "The Lord of the Seas watches over you, my friend. I'm very glad that your friend is better."
And he pulls back, and Sargon goes, "So you are his friend. I did not really leave you at the bar then."
Yes.
Sorry, it has happened a few times.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't want to know. Yeah.
You must understand, I study at the High Institute. Sometimes my mind wanders into other things and I forget. And the dreams were not particularly helpful with it.
I can imagine, but you must leave the past and move on.
Right. I think I will.
Sargon, are you totally fine? Do you feel well?
I think so. I have no memory of recent time. But, Omar has filled in some gaps for me. I thought you were 4. The other 2, are they all right?
Yes.
There.
We're all okay. Thank you for asking.
You have saved me. It is the least I could do. I wish I could have offered you a reward, but my family's wealth is gone.
It's okay.
Haj'Draal
okay.
interrupts him and he grabs his hand like as in a handshake and he says, Sargon, you don't need to repay us. Just promise me that you'll do good and you'll help the city, because it very much needs it.
I will do my best. Yes.
Also, thank Omar because he went out of his way to find someone to find you.
I know. It was incredibly stupid, but finally he found some use for his enchantment magic, since it is completely useless here. Right, Omar? And Omar is just, whatever. You just see him kind of like the, friends bullying each other thing. And Sargon says, but I will spend the rest of my life thanking him.
No. We wish you well.
Thank you. I wish you well too. And
may Dalgar look over you.
May Dalgar look over you as well. And Sargon stays there looking at the sea. All right.
Well, Omar.
Yes?
So, it seems that this situation is under control now, I hope.
I think so. He seems to be back to normal.
I'm very glad, my friend. Me, Emily, and the rest, we will make our way in our travels. And I hope we can see each other again down the line. Somewhere, somehow. And I hope everything stays well with you, my friend.
If you ever need me to be anywhere, just tell me. And I will do my best to find the teleportation circle and go there to where you are. I am eternally grateful. I will bring Sargon with me. He's good at other types of magic, as he has so kindly mentioned.
Omar, your face is etched into my memory. I'll make sure to contact you whenever we need. And thank you for your availability. And don't let your friend get to you. Your magic was indeed very helpful. And this city needs it more than you might think. Thank you, Omar.
Wow. Thank you. And he leaves you if you would like.
Haj'Draal gives him one firm handshake once again.
For magics.
Off we go.
All right.
On our way.
We move to Violet and Vesper as they're moving across the city to go find the staff. Is there anything you guys wish to talk to each other about?
Yes.
Oh, one said no, the other said yes. Go right ahead.
So, as they're walking, Vesper wants to first ask Violet, how are you doing today? Did you sleep well?
I'm okay.
Wait a moment, guys. I just want to explain this because I forgot to turn off alerts. And so somewhere within this YouTube video, some of you may hear the following words. Word around here is that you have a fat cock. So if you hear that, just know that that's my alert that I thought was really funny a few months ago. I realize now that it does not fit this moment very well. I'm so sorry for that. The alerts are muted now, but thank you to whoever followed. I truly appreciate it.
Hey, FYI, if you wanna get asserted that you have a big cock, just come follow UnpopularOnion on Twitch. Link in the description.
You won't find out, but
I am so sorry about ruining that for you guys. But it's just people are gonna hear it and gonna find it very confusing. I just want to clarify it. Please proceed, Vesper. I'm so sorry.
And I could tell. Is she? Are you being like curt on purpose? Like,
I am as dry as a desert,
okay.
emotionally and physically.
Yeah, it gets very hot in here. It's the
You
dry
know.
skin, desert. You actually are getting closer to the desert. Mm-hmm.
Are you upset about what happened last night?
Not upset. I just feel that there's nothing to say.
It is out of our control at this point, but I appreciate that you let him go. I wanted to ask one other thing. You recall what the mother told us in the temple when I spoke of Arthur?
Yes. About Verkalhos.
Velasco. Yeah.
Close enough.
Verkalhos. It was so Portuguese.
He is now Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yeah, about Velasco's.
You encouraged me to take revenge on him.
I will always encourage revenge.
But the other name that she said, do you know it?
Glassheart.
Glasshammer.
Hammer.
Oh, Glasshammer. Damn, I'm hitting everything.
That's
She gets
because
the
you've been
first
hitting the
part.
glass too much.
Does G stands for Glasshammer?
It does not, but it is his family name. Do you... He knows nothing of what happened. He knows, obviously, that Arthur was killed, but everything that I went through with Grime, tracking down that assassin, she doesn't know. He has no idea, and I had no idea that his family was behind this. I don't think it is as simple as just taking revenge anymore.
I stop. I turn to her. And I say, what do you want to do?
For the first time, I do not know. I hate Velasco. I would love to see his blood splatter across the floor, but it is also tied to Gramps, and I don't know if I can make that decision. You were so sure yesterday of what had to be done. And right now, I'm not.
I was sure because it's none of my business and it's not my concern. But if it was up to me, maybe I would be in your position. I wouldn't know what to do. However, what I meant was, if you want revenge, if you want to kill him, I will help you. Always.
It's sweet. In a way. However, how about we just rough him up a little bit?
I'm down. Fuck it, we ball.
I just want him to know that I know now. But I don't feel in my heart that killing him is right. Do you understand? I cannot justify it.
I understand. Do you want to go there now?
Let's go pay him a visit.
Oh, Dalgar, save him.
I'm not going to kill him.
Someone's gonna need a divine intervention after this. I want to be clear about something as well, Violet, because I don't know if you remember your oath. But for your vengeance to be justified, the thing you are killing must have done or be in some way evil. All right?
But you're saying kill, right?
Yes, kill.
Okay.
If you're helping a friend rough someone up, that's not exactly, that is within the limits of your specific oath. Your specific oath wants you to protect the innocent, to protect people from this threat that you're facing right now. A man that would have done such a thing does not particularly seem innocent. So you might, it is within the boundaries of your oath to do this. However, as you are walking up to Verlasco's, switching up your directions a little bit from the Prancing Blade to go to Verlasco's, we're gonna have to end today's session here because it is time already. It felt really short, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's, you know what's funny? I was kind of like obsessively writing this week for it because I thought, oh my god, they're almost catching up. And now I am so far ahead.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Now you can relax.
No,
Man,
I have to adjust things now.
I can't wait for next week's bad cop and worst cop.
Bad cop, worst cop. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But well done, guys. That was awesome. That was great there. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you forgive me for placing some tough situations in your way, but such is the nature of the world that your characters live in. So just for clarification as well, for your ability, Haj'Draal, and for the greater restoration that you did, you indeed cured something with it. It didn't go to waste. It seems like your greater restoration really got him out of the status that he was in. As if you remember, he seemed to be asleep and dreaming him something and just spasming and contracting his muscles and being very tense. It seems your greater restoration got him out of that, at the very least, just from a mechanical standpoint, for everybody to understand that whenever a similar situation is encountered, the spell might work to at least release them from that situation. But yeah, that was it, mechanics wise. Also,
right.
Holy shit, this is the second divine intervention I see work in my entire life, and the other one that I saw was in Critical Role. So this is,
It's meant to be.
Damn, dude, there were so many moments that were meant to be. Like the natural 20 save on a hold person when wisdom is about like one of the weakest saves that Violet has.
Yeah.
I have +0.
The
Yeah,
natural 20 and a natural 1, dude. It's like some...
Yeah.
Like, if this was a movie, it'd be like, shit writing, dude. What the fuck?
No, it was actually insane writing because those two things were what made you
Yeah.
do the divine intervention. Because if he had died, well,
Yeah, true.
you could have revived him, but he would be in the same state, right? And then Violet would just punch him again.
Kill him again.
Proficient in athletics, by the way.
I didn't give you permission to live.
Bam! Back to the ground.
Yeah,
bitch.
Violet just shows up. Okay, is he good? No? Alright, then he just curb stomps him.
Double
Alright.
tap.
For democracy. Not related at all. I'm sorry. It's just I've been living Helldivers 2. That's what's been happening. Anyway, thank you very much to everybody watching. Once again, I would like to also thank you for the 4,000 views on episode 1. Really appreciate it. And remind you that these episodes are all on YouTube. We are indeed very thankful that you choose to ride on this journey along with us. And I hope that you do get either some entertainment or some, giggles
Anxiety?
or something. Yes, that is my goal. Through watching this. And thank you guys for telling the story. Today was incredible. I loved watching this. As a person watching it, it really makes me. I was very entertained, and it was parts that were heart-wrenching to watch. Things that you guys told each other. You are some fucked up people. I'm telling you. To be able to think of the shit you say, you are all so fucked up. But I'm equally messed up in that way too, for putting you in a place where you actually have to say those things to each other.
Is that Dark Souls copy pasta? Fucked up little man. You know, you're so fucked up.
But anyway, thank you guys for playing, and hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone at home. We'll see you next time. Next weekend, we still got one more session. So yeah, bye-bye, and we'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.